Time for a cheesy song. If you're going to multiply, you'll have to realize you're gonna have to divide in the end. Okay, now we can start to do some math. That feels better. Haven't played ukulele for you guys much this year. Division. Let's go back to long division. 2 ways to do it. Some people love this, some people hate it. I'm going to show you anyway. This is called partial or estimated quotients. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. And here, I'll just do this. If I have 4, 3, 4, 2. This here, this is called the dividend. Cool word, eh? Dividend. This one is called the divisor, not the loner, okay? Or for grade 8, 9s, I know we call it the loner. The dividend, the divisor, is what we're dividing by, and this is the quotient, the answer. Little bonus, little information for you. So here we go. Partial quotients. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. If you need to stop and review it, go ahead. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a problem. 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know if that's divisible by 4, but we'll see. Now in this technique, we're going to draw a line down. The very first thing we do is we start to view this as a whole number. So in 2,468, we are going to now start to guess how many of these 4s we can pull out. So anything we pull out, we're going to keep on the outside of the box. So I know I can take, well, what can we take? 1,000. Let's take 200. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 200 4s out. Now I have to see what I have left over. It's like making change. So what we do is we're going to multiply the 4 by the 200, and we're going to put the answer right next to it. That's 800. Now, next thing I do is I'm going to subtract these. And remember, if you don't know how to do this kind of stuff, please come and see me. So this is going to be 8, 6. I cannot take 8 away from 4. So I'm going to borrow. 8 goes into 14 6 times, and I still have 1,000. Well, hey, I can do that again. I know I can take at least 800 more out of there. So let's pull another 200 out. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 zeros is 800. I subtract, because now we're making change. I've just taken $800 out, or 800. 6, oh, there we go. That's down to 0. Oh, well, this one is working out real nice. What would you take out next? I want, keep going. Take out another 200. That's what I would do. I could take out 100. I could have taken out 400 there. Doesn't really matter. Now I'm going 4 times this gives me another 800. Minus 86. And if this is going too fast, stop it. Go back. I'm taking the divisor, multiplying it by how many I took out, and I'm putting my answer underneath my running total. Okay? Now, 4. I know 4 goes into 40 10 times. So I'm just using really easy numbers. You don't have to make this complicated. So let's take out 10. 4 times 10 gives me 40. When I subtract, I get 28. Now, does 4 go into 28? That's a good question. Well, 4 goes into 24, so it has to go into 28. Has to. So how many times do we go in? Let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. It goes in 7 times. Perfect. 7 times. Hey, look at that. It worked out just nicely. In this, you may end up with a remainder, but we can talk about that next week. Now, the last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to add these all up, because this is how many 4s I pulled out. Now, I didn't do a very good job of lining this up, so you're going to have to think, or you can just rewrite it. You can go 200 200, 200, 10, and 7. Add it, 7, 1, 6. If this part is going too fast for you, please make sure you book an appointment in with me because we have some work to build up for you. My quotient is going to be 617. That's how we do it with estimated quotients. You're just estimating how many I can take out and keep going until you get 0. I'll leave that up just so you can see it for a moment. So the steps in this, the first one is that we estimate how many loaners or divisors we can take out. Number 2, write it to the right. Number 3, you multiply your estimation by, multiply by the divisor. Number 4, you write the answer underneath your total. 5, you subtract to find out how much you have less. 6, you repeat. Oh, we lost 5 and 6. Whoop, they're there. Okay, that's the first way. Use it if you like it. Standard. Bend my piece of metal. There we go. There we go. Standard way. Use the same numbers. It was 2, 4, 6, 8. Divided by 4. Now, in this system, there are rules. It's like a formula. You have to follow it. First one is dad. Divide. Next one is, remember it? Mom. Multiply. Next thing, number 3, mom, dad, sister. Subtract. Ooh, color coding is going to get fun here. Number 4, brother is bring down. Do I have another color? Yes, I do. Number 5 is Rover, the dog. Repeat. And the big thing to remember, the absolute one thing, that's weird seeing my finger there. The big thing to remember is that as soon as we start to travel down, we are not going to be concerned with the number 2,468. We're only focusing on the numbers that are coming down with us. Are you ready? Let's do it. How many times does 4 goes into 2? How many times does 4 go into 2? It doesn't. So we put a big fat 0 up there. Placeholder. Don't leave it out. Put it there. How many times does 4 go into 24? Well, we just figured this out, ironically, on the last one, didn't we? 4 goes into 24 6 times. I always write it above the last number I'm using. Okay? So now that we've done our dividing, 4 goes into 24 6 times. My next step is to multiply. Well, hey, doesn't this look a little familiar? 4 times 6, I'm going to write the answer underneath. That's 24. So good? Good. So now I've multiplied. Next thing I'm doing is I got to subtract. I have to find out if I have anything left. So there's my subtract. 24 minus 24 is 0. Now, does 4 go into 0? Nuh-uh. I have to now bring my brother, bring down the next number. So now my number is 6. Guess what? We're now at Rover. I got to go back to green. So look here. What this says is that I can put 600 4s into 24,000 or 2,400. That's what this is telling me. It's not saying that 6 goes into 24. It's saying that 600, if I had these place value holders, 600 4s go into 2,400. Now we got to figure out what goes into the rest. So 4 goes into 6 one time. I multiply that number by my divisor, and I put my answer right underneath. So that's going to be 4. That's dad, mom. Next one, sister. Guys, this is just like any other kind of formula. It's like doing algebra. There's a framework to it. And it's really important that you follow that framework. Unfortunately, the only way to do this is repetition. You can't learn this academically. You got to do it. So I get 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. I bring down my 8. And what do I do next? I repeat. Back to dad. Divide. How many times does 4 goes into 28? It goes in 7 times. I check it. 7 times 4 is 28. I subtract. I get 0. Okay? I want to throw something in the mix right away. Because let's say that this actually ended up equaling 27. I know it doesn't, but let's just say. Because now I end up with 1, but I'm out of numbers. I don't want you to use a remainder 1 in this form. Okay, that's not the right level of math. And that's going to get you in trouble as you go into high school. So you need to know how to what we call adding zeros. If I put my decimal place here, I can add as many zeros as I want down this way. Doesn't matter how many I add. And what this enables me to do, because this is just a placeholder, what we do is now we're going to bring down again. So now I got 4 goes into 10. How many times does 4 go into 10? It goes in twice. Notice how I haven't done anything with this decimal? All you need to do is put the decimal directly above. That's how you account for it. 4 times 2 is 8, minus, I get 2. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 20. How many times does 4 go into 20? 16 would be 4 times. 20 would be 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Ah, there we go. See, now I have a 0. Once I have that 0, I can't go any further. You may find that sometimes this is going to go like 10, 10, 10, 10. So you're going to have point 2, 2, 2. As soon as you have 3, you're done. If it's going to repeat, you don't have to keep on going down the page. Guys, those are the 2 kinds. Practice it, memorize it, do it till you do it automatically. This is a skill that you will need for the end of grade 9 and moving into high school and also in life. This is actually one of those things that I do regularly, but then again, I don't carry a phone all the time. Anyway, guys, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.